Hey there, Griffins. Today is May 12th, and here to host the final broadcast is your anchor, Kayla Gallegos. We are only 2 weeks away from school ending. It's time to end this school year strongly. Every day during lunch, to make sure to come and watch the volleyball teams. It's a really fun thing to watch. The teams with the most wins will get to play a teacher team. Or maybe you aren't into volleyball. What about soccer? There are also soccer games going on as well, so make sure to stop by and watch. Seniors, your senior clearance schedules has changed. Seniors who were scheduled to meet up with Mr. Mercado on Thursday, May 18th, last name starting from Macias to Webb, will now be meeting with him on Monday, May 15th, at your scheduled time. Textbooks and technology clearance has been switched to Thursday, May 18th. Fine clearance will be done on Friday, May 19th after the transcript. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Frostio in the front office. The following are the book room hours. For returning EPCC books, it starts May 8th to May 12th from 8:30 to 12:50 p.m. EPC books that are returned after Friday, May 12th, 2017, will receive a $20 late fine per book. For returning high school books, May 22nd through May 25th from 8:30 to 12:50. On another note, registration is now open. Don't forget to register by this Friday. If you have any questions, go to the front office. On the last week, like the week and then a week after that, make sure to let your parents know that we get out at 4 p.m. the entire week. Also, if you sign up for Summer 1, then make sure to be at your classes on May 30th. Maybe summer isn't here quite yet for you guys. This year, the yearbook is amazing. I highly recommend that everyone buys one. They are only $50. It's the best way to keep memories. Half the supplies are gone, so make sure to get yours as soon as possible. Have you guys heard of Obamacare? If you have, let's take a look at this video and see what Trump has decided to do about it. How long is this video anyways?
Later in his address in Ohio, Trump emphasized that he is definitely not a politician, but he can work with them to help the American people out.
While he didn't receive or sign the bill as quickly as he had promised, starting in March, he eventually announced that he will sign the bill and encourage the House to repeal the Affordable Care Act. Recently in the news, many Republicans are extremely confident in the bill coming to pass, and as of May 4th, the Republican GOP has officially stated that they have enough votes to most likely repeal Obamacare.
We believe that state high-risk pools are a smarter way of guaranteeing coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. We had a really good one in Wisconsin. Utah had a great one. I was talking with a congresswoman from Washington today who was telling me how good their state high-risk pool is. So we obviously want to have a system where they can get affordable coverage without going bankrupt because they get sick. But we can do that without destroying the rest of the healthcare system for everybody else. That's the point I'm trying to make. So you have unhealthy people more buying it, healthy people not buying it, and that is why the rates are going up so much. That's why all the insurers are pulling out. Biggest health insurance company in the country last year, United, pulled out of Obamacare. Aetna pulled out of Obamacare. Humana pulled out of Obamacare. As I mentioned, 5 states now are down to 1 insurer. But we want more choices, lower prices, more competition, no monopolies.
For many Republicans, this will be seen as a step forward from Obamacare, as the GOP plan would provide Americans with refundable tax credits based mainly on age to purchase health insurance. It will also cut taxes from the wealthy and insurers of the bill. However, many Democrats and a few Republicans have voiced some concerns on the controversial bill. They feel that repealing Obamacare will increase the cost of anybody not upper class. The cost for typical medical care will be almost impossible to meet for the average American, says Democratic Representative Joe Kennedy.
The American public standing up and saying healthcare should be a right in this country. It shouldn't matter how the station you're born into or how much money you have. Every single person in our nation deserves access to quality, accessible, affordable health care. And look, the Affordable Care Act made extraordinary gains on that promise. Are there still challenges out there? Yes, there are. But let's work to fill those holes, not somehow believe that stripping $900 billion out of Medicaid helps solve that problem. It's just not true. And you're seeing a consistent push by our Republican colleagues to try to make good on a campaign promise that many of them never thought they'd actually have to meet.
Right.
Instead of focusing on the concerns that their constituents have, which is, how do I get access to health care? Let's work on that problem, not a political one.
As of now, we still do not know what the GOP bill is fully capable of. More will be developed later on this month if it is passed by the House.
Let me ask you about Obamacare, which you say you're going to repeal and replace. When you replace it, are you going to make sure that people with preconditions are still covered?
Yes, because it happens to be one of the strongest assets.
You're going to keep that?
Also, with the children living with their parents for an extended period, you're going
to keep
very
that?
much try and keep that. Adds cost, but it's very much something we're going to try and keep.
We're
going to do it simultaneously. It'll be just fine. That's what I do. I do a good job. I know how to do this stuff. We're going to repeal it and replace it. And we're not going to have like a 2-day period, and we're not going to have a 2-year period where there's nothing. It will be repealed and replaced, and we'll know. And it'll be great health care for much less money.
Wow, he repealed it? I wonder what his plans will be. And finally, I want to thank Mr. Storica for giving me the opportunity to be your guys' anchor. And I want to thank Ricky, Gabriel, Gustavo, and Lulu, the people behind the scenes to help make broadcast possible. We couldn't have done it without you, and Josiah. I'm sorry. And Josiah. And I want to see all of you guys next year. Thank you, everyone. And this is the last time I'll ever say this. Make sure to go on Facebook and to like our page, and to follow us on Northwest ECHS. And remember, once a Griffin, always a Griffin.